Hello, you're the audience on the News Story Radio. We will send it to you today. It's a fascinating story. It's called The Director and the Old Woman Leaving Her Husband. I invite you to listen. What time is it? It's a place like that. Don't get up and cook. Or let me eat. Water poured calves up to the bed to serve her. Mrs. Hand's voice fluttered. The via pot together. The water sprang up like an exo oven. You had fever all night yesterday. I forgot to get up early today. That's not accurate. It's only 5 hours now. It's still dark. The neighbors are still in the cozy blanket. You always have to get up at 4 in the morning. Clean cooking for the whole family. I have been a bride for 3 years. The neighbors are so used to arguing about Mrs. Hahn's house. It's not the surface either, but she has a habit of showing off. I try to look like I'm the one with the money. Raise a voice of contempt for the poor. Before that, she was just a janitor. But that year she won 3 lottery tickets. Especially should I have money to buy land to build a house. From the day of winning the lottery, she quit her job and opened a grocery store. She has 2 children, a boy and a girl. My son, Long, is a bridge engineer. The girl named Lane divorced her husband. Bring your 2-year-old son here to live with his mother. Her husband, Han, lost 15 years ago in a traffic accident. She raised 2 grown children alone. The water is her daughter-in-law. This person is meek and obedient. Before that, she worked as a nanny for preschool, but Ms. Han despised the salary of 3. So one squid catches a break. Take care of your whole family. She also wants you to hold her. Mom, I'm so sorry I woke up late today. I eat at home and sleep. Clean up all the junk that's been tired all day. You didn't see my son. It's toiling like a buffalo all night long. Use a bad word like you. Why do women have every birth and it doesn't work? Or because when you were a kid, you were so mean. It's a lot of work, so it's terrible. I told you, if I can't give birth next year, I'll find a wife. Don't blame me for being evil. I've held you for 4 years. Water short tears, long tears screeching. I know I'm going to work. I'm 2 to 6 years old this year. She's an orphan brought up by Mrs. Six. She lives alone. You two are not so proud of each other. When she was 14 years old, she died of an illness. From there, you have to fend for yourself. Half a day to class, half a day to pick up trash to sell for money to buy rice. She was still aware that she had to learn later to escape suffering. After graduating from BA level, she's trying to get into elementary school to wish for a private preschool. It was here that she began to get acquainted with her husband, and 1 by 2 people joined the charity. He represents the company. You represent the school, MC of a contest. Talented child, her husband is about 1.80 m, square-faced tan skin, but looks extremely healthy. He has 2 dimpled cheeks. Every time I laugh, many girls are dying. This person has a talent for singing or a lot of talent. So from the very beginning, the lobes were vibrating. He knows the circumstances of the water, but oh, one blame. And he's worried about you a little bit. He was eventually conquered by this man. After a year of knowing, you're officially married. The first night, the room did not see any red marks on the mattress. Long was messing around like he wanted to go crazy, smashing all the furniture in the room. The scared water only cringes and cries. I swear this is my first time. I don't have any. I don't know why there's no blood. Kier long eye stripe. Press her head down on the bed slapping. She ran away, but she stopped her. Slow down. Don't be impatient. You will not come down here, I said. The water is now guessing what happened. She laughed and walked down. I called her. What did you do? I mean, I don't understand. Screaming, you coaxed my husband to lie with you. The kind that doesn't know shame. Then blink and wait. You are very good at thinking how tall you are. I'm his legal wife. You're just his girlfriend. He raped himself. It's not that I took the initiative. If you want to blame him, blame him. Tomorrow punched in the fur. You can see she said that. I'll kill him later today. I said tomorrow and ran to my hair. Cut into the water. But the Kier also did not respect the urge to fight back. When you love each other, keep long hugging water, pull away, and tomorrow is screaming. You're still defending her. He hit your wife and your children, and you defended him. Mrs. Han has been hot-eyed. He hurried back and slapped his cheek in the middle of the water. That kind of slut. Get out of this house for me. It also roars. I want a divorce that your son wouldn't sign. I see it's too fast now. Who thought I'd be eaten at once? Who is it? He chastises his lukewarm wife for her ugly stomach. You should bow down to me. Tomorrow wept and fell to the ground. Now do you choose it, or do you choose your mother? If not, Miss Han also intervened. Hurry up. He insults you like a dog and doesn't argue. Leave it now. Hurry in too. The first night there was also, give me this enemy. He's got eyes. Look outside the house. Where's he going? Or just lie on your back. Maybe this opportunity encouraged the general. If he is good enough, he just wants you to be a tool, and he doesn't dare. When I get tired of you, I kick you like a dog. You're screaming crazy. You're delusional. Mr. Long, now you're going to be soused. Long is grumpy enough. Shut up. You alone are not. I have a headache. Tomorrow I will not let go of this man's arm. You lied to me. You said you left it. I sacrificed everything for you. How dare you treat me like that? She said she scratched Long in the face. He threw his hand so hard that tomorrow she's got her tummy writhing on the ground. She was scared to take him to the hospital. Long faced no more blood drops. When she heard the noise, she rushed over. I'm running like flying into the car. Mrs. Han also rushed with her. In the car, tomorrow cried, oh, she hugged her stomach. About 10 minutes to the hospital. Go to the emergency room tomorrow. Long outside with Mrs. Han like sitting on a fire. Put your hands together and pray for your child's peace. Half an hour after the door opened, the doctor in blue came out, watching the waterhead drooping. Long rushed to ask, my wife and doctor, does the baby have any effect? The doctor removed the mask and answered, she's passive, but fortunately it's not dangerous. Negatively. It's good for babies. Long thanks to the doctor. Can I visit my wife? Come in, but don't let her get excited. The boy is flushing on Long and Long rushed into the room. Tomorrow on the bed facing inside, tears flow long. Take care of your ex-wife. What are you doing here? Mrs.
I can take care of
myself. I advised Long to agree to divorce. Don't think anymore. If you want to be happy, the baby in the womb will be happy. Long holds Tomorrow's hand. She understood the true problem right away. Remember to nurse well. I'll listen to everything you want. I have to get a divorce right away. I don't want her in that house any moment more. I know. I'll sign. 2 days in hospital tomorrow. The doctor sent him home to self-monitor. She loves you more and more like a thin egg. I just arrived and saw to arrange all the clothes. Water Village. Is this miserable? Vialee tugged to the yard. Tomorrow smirk. The meal is still big. That's a lot of mouth. Why did I have to get out of here so fast today? They don't respect it either. Don't get up early. Keep your husband by your side for good. Don't let him get out and hurt somebody else's daughter. I don't know when to get up and down the dog. I told you to find a wife to choose for kindness. Laughing the day before the next. Han angry purple intestines. You're lying more and more. I didn't raise you for years. That kind of loss teaches God to punish you. You can't be like everyone else. She heard her own mouth say this. Your heart is bleeding. You can't feed me every day. I'm here for free. This is the root of the house. How many days and months have I served you? Let's say we don't owe anybody. I sign the petition and put it on the table. She pulls Vialee and court step out the gate. You keep walking forever. When it comes to a hidden part, dare to cry. You're right about 100,000 right now. She tossed her money and didn't know what to do. I looked at her with curious eyes. Pity, where are you going? Always pretending to be weak. I feel a little embarrassed. But she burst out crying like a child. You're now 7, and there's nothing left. He hastened her to his car and drove straight to his house. Juan's house is a Thai-style villa. There's a garden in front of you with all kinds of vegetables. His puffy eyes close to his back. My house is large. You haven't found a place yet. Stay here and help me cook. I know how to sleep with someone else. Worry about cleaning the house. Renting out a small inn costs. It's a complicated place to stay. The voice is lost. So you let me stay. I won't bother you until payday. Why didn't you eat anything here? I didn't eat. I went to the kitchen to cook. He quickly carried the Vialee ahead. Bring in. Dear, have you suffered with it? An empty but well-equipped room. The house is tidy and tidy. I know the owner is clean. Get dressed and I'll go to the kitchen first. This man has always been. It's always warm. Water quickly arranged neatly. Go out and help him. You surprise. When I saw that man packing his food, threw the broken phone to the ground. Fast and fast. Look at him cooking like a professional chef. What do I do? Have fun. Please help me pick up some herbs and I'll cook some. For a few minutes, the smell of food was everywhere. This is the first time she's been fed by a man. Except your mother hasn't done that for you. Before long together. Even if you are sick, you have to get up in the morning to cook, then leave immediately. No one cares about you like this. unconsciously unable to hold back the tears. Keep your mouth shut. For those who don't deserve it, then don't care. Live well so that your mother is in heaven. Contented. Water wipes tears choking sow. You know my mother. You start talking. I'm an orphan. My parents were raised by an orphan. From that day, her life as hell began. As a child, her mother made donuts every 2 months. I had a toothache and couldn't eat, sitting in a sad corner. You see, ask Han, then bring it to me. She came once every few months. She always brings her own cake. I know you're struggling. That's why she wears clothes all day long, and her clothes were worn and tattered. You haven't seen her in 2 years. They said she was lost. I got a foreign scholarship. Go to Australia for 3 years. Tomorrow there will be a state-funded business loan again. You're lucky to have some money. I found your information again. People say you're her daughter. I've heard about your husband's family too. No one cares all the time. They're not good. You've done your duty. There's nothing to regret. Every word this person says makes the water more emotional. Even your husband has never comforted you. Love is so true. Every time he does something wrong, stop crying and get 8 chopsticks. You are so quick to tears. Smiling, I put 8 chopsticks on the table. The food is ordered right away. All year round, you're in the kitchen. Look at her. Give her a piece of meat at 8 and gently. You eat a lot. You eat and talk in the sky. They know each other to the brim of their hair. Just say it, and the other person understands what you mean. When you're done eating, put 8 in the sink. Like the key are pulling you out. You are the guest, I am the owner. Come out and wash some fruit for me. My mother's maid. The water was shy, but he kept pushing it out. There is no other way for you to follow. 2 people eat apple desserts and watch the news. You're having incredible fun today. They talk late at night and go to bed. Just like that. Day after day they go to work together. Night cooking food, watching news. Gradually they get used to the presence of Keir. The quiet life continues. They said it's no exaggeration. It's been 3 months. She even lost an umbrella. Today's summons from the court. I need a day off from work. But he decided to take her there. Her ex-husband Han and Mai were there early. She's now belly up and surpassing. I saw him coming out of a luxury car. She wears a light makeup work dress with a well-dressed boy. Then the 3 of them burst into flames. She earns a few million a month. Long hold, strong hands to power. He doesn't think he's dead. My wife is naked, so dizzy. So many people regret. Tomorrow, step on your feet. What is your husband doing that he wants to drop his eyes on? Her voice full of contempt. I don't know who else he fooled. Be careful, it's gone. This one goes to bed. The festival is also closed by the owner. There are too many men to give birth. The shoulders trembled slightly. You're going to speak. I see someone holding my hand. She's my fiancée. It's thanks to you. I just got the perfect wife. I don't care about her past. I only care about the present and the future. She's about to be by my side is enough. If you want to buy anything, you have to raise your hand. You come in here for nothing. People think they're on the same level as them. I'm tired. Smiling water wearing Kia's arm. 2 of them walked in together. It's true that the blind man let the dog trick him again. Long silence stand like ever since she left one place. You've seen how important I remember someone asking Han for a massage every time you need something, you give it unconditionally. Even if you are sick all year round, no matter where you're late or where you're going, she won't complain. Tomorrow is the opposite. It's only since we've been together that you realize she's a lady. It is terrible to have a disease. Just a text or a woman calling is that she's messing around with things at home. Everything big and small comes into your hands. Every day she is sick, the whole family goes to the restaurant. Although Aya is also depressed. But the baby had to bite his teeth. What have you been doing for so long? The divorce happened very quickly. No property or children. So the procedure only takes half an hour. I held the decision in my hand and was filled with tears. So you're out of hell. The two of them looked at each other contentedly. Behind the three of them, they were driving each other home. Congratulations today. She's bought a lot of delicious drinks. If they don't cook today, are you done they cooking? Reward themselves. Can I still eat? Open a bottle of wine and fill 2 glasses. Congratulations on being single. Happy birthday to you. You stop being silly. That's right. Today is your birthday and you down to remember. You've never had a birthday. It's a luxury for you. Getting used to Long, he only gave you a bunch of flowers. He's late for work. No congratulations at all. He said he wasn't very good with his mouth. It will make you a woman. The happiest. Just as the wind promised. The water ran out and she filled her glass. You think I'm pathetic, don't you? Tuan hastily fanned Min. There is no. I think you're very brave. In general, I like it. Pulls back to reality. When he finished, you were confused. They empty their glasses. Today they tell all their secrets. How many years in the heart? They go on, glass after glass. It's time for the water to drop its head on the table and cry. I remember my mom wanting to see her. Tuan quietly sat beside her and hugged her tightly in her lap. The girl with rosy cheeks muttered, "Everyone left me. No one was good to me." She hurried to put chopsticks 8 on the table. You two will get me out of here. I'm a useless piece of trash that no one wants. No one cares. Don't say that. I feel good without you. She just said that, and she saw her lips held tight. Put your hands behind the back of your head. Kiss Tuan boldly remove every button. After a few minutes, the Kier also responded boldly. They quickly took off their clothes. She is Mrs. Han's daughter. They now have no strength to think. The two bodies want to merge into one. The forest fire is burning inside. Like I want to burn it all. Tuan gently stroked all over her body to propose. Immerse yourself in that little girl's body. She also clung to her bare back, smiling conventionally. Tuan slowly stroked his hands down to the waist area. Now there's no shame. You go deep into the unknown. Look at the rice plate with just boiled vegetables. 2 hands and tightly knit sounds of virgin breathing. She was warm, shoulders kept bobbing up and down. The hands are constantly twisting, where the breasts are white. Call your name, Tuan. I love you, he said, bending over to the lips of the Kier. Playing around with the enemy tangerine endlessly. Tofu tomato sauce. The two of them kept entwining. I just want time to stop at this moment. Let them belong to each other forever. Not long after the fun is over. Put her in the room right away. He also lay still next to me, hugging her around the waist, whispering. The two of us slept all night. They sleep well without waking up. The next morning I woke up naked. It's annoying. He's huddled up against Kier. His fan legs are tight. Hate has nowhere to hide. She was trying to leave. Then the Kier pulled back and fell completely in. People. Where are you hiding? I'm sorry. I was too drunk yesterday to know anything. Tuan smiled. So I have to make it up. How to eat like this? My new brother last night. I don't know the smell of life, but I put it in my life. What do you want? You are my wife. I want to live my whole life with you. You can't be confused. I don't deserve you. Your future is wide open. Can't be thwarted because of me. Yesterday was a one-night stand. Yesterday. Let's not repeat it. Tighten me tight. I know. I'm afraid you're like the Kier who left me. I know you've lost faith in the world, but I ask you. I'm begging you to open up again. I have no family, you're my only rock. First time seeing you. I saw her screaming at me in the middle of the street. I didn't buy meat in the freezer. I buy things without a bargain. The second time I met you is when I walked down the street looking for my husband. The third time I saw you was when you were hit by a car. I sit crying in the rain. I didn't know why I wanted to protect you. I still think it's compassion. When I see you sitting in a corner, kicked out of the house, I'm sad and happy. Are you blind? I promise I'll protect you. Don't let anyone bully you again. My mother was good to me before. Now I'll be 100 times as good to you. Let's start over, okay? I'm really hungry. Every night there is a wife to talk to. You know you're not rich. Not as good as everyone else. But I believe. I'm tired of waking up late. My feelings for you will not change. I don't care if you have a baby or not. I have always believed that children are God's. As long as we are happy. We hold hands for the rest of our lives, so you're satisfied. Her thin shoulders trembled slightly. I really feel now I don't know how to describe it. You are confused. She was afraid of going the wrong way again. We should cook some of these for everyone to eat. But look at Kia's steady gaze. I don't understand why. There's something very powerful about it. I have known this person not long. But you feel absolutely safe. He didn't make her put her hands on anything. He does everything. After a period of psychological struggle, two nodded slightly. He kissed her mouth endlessly. The meat is not ready to thaw. Thank you for messing around. I remember I won't make you 7. From that day, it's like walking up a new ladder. Now I really understand how it feels to be loved. You don't have to worry about sad thoughts. I smile every day and never shed tears. They stay together all day and don't leave. I have to say they're extremely compatible in the bedroom. When you're at home in the evening or on vacation, I immediately threw my chopsticks to the ground. He struggled in bed anyway, after every fun. It's been on you for a long time, to talk about all sorts of things. You two have a very satisfying life. But deep in the heart, I still dream of a child. Although Tuan did not mention it at all, but you keep your wings in your heart. They were married for a whole year. Stay home and be tired all day. The wedding ceremony was simple, inviting the entire orphanage. This time the water is wearing a shirt. The bride smiled happily. I also look at you in tears. They know you found the right person to give your life to. The next few days, young couple. Extreme charity. They've donated a lot to orphanages. Every day they're holding hands everywhere. Let's share a sweet kiss. It's like my sister is dead when
Dear,
she goes to work. Let's go to the doctor. I want to see what's wrong with me. He holds his wife's small hands. I told you I don't care. God will love his wife. The couple went to meet customers today at a luxury hotel. They just walked into the hall. Saw a man kick a bag of dust. A woman with me. The little boy. Her hair drooped and she fell to the ground. He still doesn't let go. Jump into the next fight. Then Tuan rushed to secure the arm. Who are you to get into my business? You can't beat a woman like that. Slowly come home and tell each other. Hurry up the girl. She is horrified to find out that the person in front of her is tomorrow. Mom, I'm not going to eat. The man roared. I want you beef noodles. This woman, Dao Chu, and behind my back, a month. How dare anyone else? You're the kind of guy who dies. When he was bored, he went away to cheat Tay-Tu. Don't pretend to feel sorry. I hate this face of yours. When he sees his wife being bullied, he gets upset. Leave her alone. Please don't let this kind of thing die. All right. Get up tomorrow, wash your hands away, and comfort your wife. Do you have any? I don't know. I'm going to wash my hands and feet. Tuan nodded. I'll be back soon if you have anything to call me. Go straight to the bathroom. But only a short way to Silong. He's got a jagged beard, skinny stripes, deep sunken eyes. This guy was also quite surprised to see the water here. I'm going to take you out to eat. Look at this rice. You're going to walk by like two strangers. Suddenly Long spoke. I'm sorry. What happened to me before is because I was stupid. You're the new idiot. His mother had a stroke. She left you behind too, Theo. Theo came here today to catch Tang. I'm so sorry I wanted to see you. Can we go back? She hurriedly opened her purse and stuffed the 200,000 note into her daughter's hand. I won't make you suffer anymore, he said as he knelt on the ground and hugged her feet. Water, awkward. I don't blame you and her anymore. I forgive you for a long time and we're still friends. I can't even go back. I have a husband. Long punched hard hands dropped blood on the background of cool red eyes. Go out and buy something delicious to eat. I love you so much. How many times have you heard me? I'm all over for you. I don't believe it. Water face up to prevent tears. I was blind when I saw you. Fortunately, I was able to turn around in time. There are things we lose that we can never get back. I hope you live well. Take this man's hand off. The little guy smells good, but he still refuses to hold her tight. At this time, the Lord appeared. I don't mean to pull the Kier up. Punch him in the face, spray his nose with blood. This son of a bitch is getting married. Let's go. Don't fight. Tuan still screeched. You hide. Where will I meet you later? The kind that loses to animals. Tom kissed her on the cheek and waved goodbye. She was afraid that her husband would rush her away. Look at the red hands. She hurts gently. Are you still in pain and suddenly fighting? I don't you know why he dared to talk to his wife? She laughed brightly at the mold. Facial fat mom is jealous, babe. You know? It's been 5 years since time passed. I just woke up today. Smiling, the mother walked out of the gate. The lobes felt uncomfortable, dry throat. The whole body hurt. The lower abdomen twists and turns as an upward gagged and ran to the toilet. Vomiting remove. Tuan rushed to help his wife pat him on the back. She keeps throwing up her pale face. My wife must have food poisoning. Before I finish the sentence, I vomit. It took a while to hold my arm. When she turns back, her face changes 360 degrees. Husband stood up. Put your shirt on and take me to the hospital. It's dengue fever now. Go to the doctor for sure. Temporary jacket. The couple went to the nearest private clinic. I just passed the paper over to get my blood tested. The nurse's voice made the water tremble. Or are you seriously ill? I need a blood test. No wonder they want to check it for sure. The water in my heart keeps arousing feelings of anxiety. There's every meal that doesn't work. After taking the blood, she waited and was restless. Patient Lafitu came into the wife's hand to receive the results. Give me a piece of paper and speak softly. Go to the obstetrician's office and she's pregnant. Is there anything wrong with me being pregnant? Kier explained through the speakers. Want to be sure through Kier ultrasonic is no. Two husband and wife sweat and shiver pulling each other through the obstetrics. I don't know what you can do to put it in your mouth. The middle-aged doctor puts the massager back and forth, his eyes fixed on the screen. Congratulations to Ty's on joining Team Ty. There is nothing abnormal about a healthy baby. The water started crying thank you howl. Ultrasonic image holder. I see this tiny, round dot. Bet you can't control your emotions. Hugging his wife tight. The two of them kept crying. Fortunately, there is a dragon. That's how hard it is. God's grace has been rewarded. The two of them went to the orphanage together that day. Give gifts to children. Look at the children laughing innocently. She also quickly looked down at her stomach. You have to be healthy in there. Dad, thank you for being here. From the day of her pregnancy, she was more popular than the queen. Not that you're dead in the dust. He does everything from A to Z. He gets up early every day to prepare breakfast. Ready-made milk cup. Vote on the table. Loose lobes. I drink fresh milk. This milk is hard to drink. People can't coax. I have to drink milk for pregnant women. My child grows up quickly. If you want to be full, close your eyes and close your nose. Her husband opened his eyes and brushed his teeth and washed his face. Do a good deed, dear. I tried to drink all the water. I've been working less at home with my wife for a long time. The couple took each other on a trip to change the cramps, screaming loudly. He also wobbles, wakes up, massages his wife on the belly. Is Bia Sue asleep yet? I'm still awake talking to you. If you hear a Bia, kick a Bia. Mrs. Han was surprised. It's strange for him. Just finished. Then the belly position right where it comes out is slightly protruding. There's a belly sound. Hydraulic lay strong husband. I understand what you're saying. Understand, Sao 03, your child has waving his legs and waving his hands in his stomach. Since pregnancy, I have only eaten with sleep. This is a vacation and Sao does not sleep anymore. It's hard that you want it in the middle of the night. Baby, I want to eat. When he heard his wife, he got up and drove out. The shops have closed recently. You have to run 10 kilometers to buy a tote bag. You brought it home. When you think of your wife eating well, you smile. But oh my God, when did your wife go to sleep? 2 feet 2 hands in the middle of the bed. Wake up early. The voice is still sleepy. He hurriedly raised his wife to one side. You heard that pregnant women can't lie on their backs. It will affect the fetus. He also lies down next to his wife and hugs her, are fast asleep. You find yourself kicked straight into bed. I want to cover my bones. Let's go to bed with your baby. Surprise Tuan. Who, brother? Is there no child here? I'm going to a business partner today. I saw you hugging people. You keep calling and I won't come back. Tuan jumped to bed to wipe tears for his wife. I have a dream that you don't have a wife anymore. I can only imagine looking at you. He undresses for the Kir to see the water far away for his husband. I was dreaming what I thought. She laughed except for hugging her husband and kissing the mouse on the cheek. My mind has been so miserable for a long time. I was rewarded 10 million by the company. Another time when you go to work, to find his wife holding a roll of tissues sobbing. Why is my wife crying? I saw Korean movies where they lost each other. I'm so sad. The crying made my husband laugh. How many times have I told my wife? Open the funny clips. Just Korean with the Korean shovel and cry like the water is crying louder. I took it to take care of my family. I thought you were bad. But I love you and I scold you. Tuan is confused. I swear I'm not yelling at you. I'm praising my wife. Your wife is the most beautiful girl in the world. I love my wife the most. I can't match my wife. No matter what happens, I still love you. Water huddled into her smiling husband. Dear, I want to eat mango. Now there's no mango or change it. She was delighted to receive money from her son. No, I want to eat mangoes. I just like to eat mangoes. Pinch your head. Your ear dials the phone. Please help me collect a piece of mango. My wife is afraid to buy it these days. Yes, the old address. I laughed at my husband. I also love you the most in the world. The next morning when the couple went for a walk, suddenly she felt a heavy stomach ache in the park. Hurry up to the hand. Waiting for my mom to go out to buy food. My husband is going home to get his things in the hospital soon. He heard the news, frantically carrying his wife into the car. Drive a circuit home to collect the necessary items. Then to the hospital. In the floor room, watching the women writhing around in pain. The water feels cold on the back. After the examination, the doctor concluded that the uterus opened. Let the couple walk around for a while and then come back. Take your wife around the hallway. At first, it was just smoldering pain. Just look. But about an hour later, the pain was relentless. I'm so hurt I can't take it anymore. It's hard. We're in the delivery room. Your wife's good. You'll make it. Two men waiting for the room. The water was brought to the birth table because the doctor pushed Tuan. I'm out there waiting to be born. We call. This person is in a hurry. Look at that one. Feed the pigs. My wife's in there. Let me in with her. Don't bother me. A gentle kiss on the wife's forehead. Wife, do your best. I breathe deeply into you outside, waiting for our mother and son. The door to the delivery room was shut. Outside, sit down. I can't help but hear my wife screaming. The men next to me teased. The first time, aren't you weak? Who can eat? Who doesn't have to give birth? That's a woman's job. When you are happy, it is forbidden to call anyone. Tuan is angry. Shut up, my wife and I have nothing to do with you. It's been around for 4 years. People carry all kinds of things. This house has 2 wives. He kept looking in the room to see if his wife was beautiful. I looked at the clock for almost an hour. Then the other mothers were pushed out in turn, who they don't know. I still can't see my wife. Where is Latifah's mother? And then he hurried back and stuttered at me. I'm her husband. You push your wife out. You're done, son. 3.5. He slipped through the door and rushed inside. Nurse Kia pissed off with not standing. I saw my wife holding the red baby. Your wife's face is pale. They laughed. My nose is poor. Tears are rolling down my cheeks. You can't help but feel emotional about hugging your mother. My wife, I'm struggling. He's with a nurse. Push her through the recovery room. This is a special room, so it's comfortable. He turned to the female doctor. Please bring my wife a cup of hot milk. Wait a minute, someone brought it. Closer to his wife's hand, she's gone. Are you in pain? I love you so much I can't take the pain for you. I was born this time after you didn't. Laughing water. I don't hurt you. Look, does your kid look like you? Especially the mouth with the nose. He grinned and grabbed his son's tiny hand. Must be like, You've been making milk for me all night and changing diapers. Your wife is in pain, so she can't wiggle. Slowly approached to give his wife $2 million. A man wipes his wife to take care of him. The sun. The whole neighborhood is familiar with the man. I just held my wife. Everyone is also confused. Women are better than each other in their husbands. I'm going to have a painful operation. Her husband is playing games. Thanks for waiting for me. I'm bored. I'm laughing at you. She bought some clothes and put them on. I slept all the time without talking to my dad. The child's eyes were half closed, but his mouth hugged you and told you everything. My husband put me down, so I'm used to it. Everywhere you go, you are tired. I don't know why you like it. The couple stayed in the hospital for 5 days and went home. It is much more comfortable to come home. Shopping for a bunch of stuff for kids to lock up all day. You're going to go and buy something for your wife. Wearing dirty clothes all day. Be careful online. See what to do after birth. Man, I'm almost 70 pounds fat. You keep making me eat forever. Tuan grinned. Fat like this? I still love you. Eat a lot of milk breastfeeding. If the husband is reasonable, he is reluctant to eat. Since she was pregnant, she broke a terrible general. This house is filled with laughter every day. I look at it and it's boring. Every day I make special memories. You often take pictures. Looking at these pictures is enough. How happy their families are. Waterfowl of coins that salty throat. Live nose spicy sesame. You suddenly speak up. I want to go to work. It took me a few seconds, but I quickly dismissed it. I'm old and weak. Who at home takes care of you to work for a few dollars? If you want to buy anything at home, I told you to give you the money. I forbid you to mention this to me again. No more arguing. I'm out making money. I want to go home and be quiet. Just look at your mother. I don't hear anything you say. Stop eating. Sad water sitting at the dinner table. And a piece of rice in my mouth. Swallow forever still not drifting. They say you're happy to have a handsome husband. Clever, but in the blanket, no, there are lice. Because your hometown is very traditional. Never accepted that. Children are wrong. If they do, they'll pick their mother in the face. There is no water left to hold on to. Long though cold. But sometimes I still care. Or vinegar to buy snacks for wife. Every time you're scolded. He just sweetened a few sentences that you forgot. Clean fun again. This man still paints a beautiful future. Wait a few years, the stable work will welcome Miss Rhea in private. The more water is motivated to fight, Mrs. Han after buying things. If you can't see the boy, you'll be hooked. Where is Long? He said he was in a hurry, so he had to go. She poured 2 bags of muffins into a small pot. Wait for it to cool and put it in the refrigerator. Let him eat at night. Hurry up and finish shopping at the market. I have friends to play this afternoon. Buy something delicious to cook. Take 200,000 and buy it. Remember to bargain. It's triple the cut. Looking at this face, everything on the paper you brought back for me, she said, throwing the money on the table. Jump upstairs. Chat with your friends at the gym. Sighing, he took the money and hurried it into his pocket. Pack up 8 chopsticks and go to the market. Water. It's been a long time since you met. Married for so long and still not pregnant. Take care of it, not the shit. Smiling, we are planning. The other grandmother also came in. What else to plan? Worry about giving birth, not having children. Her husband is looking outside. Bow your head to the ladies. And then, one by one, we're going to walk quickly into the market. You've been so ugly lately. Eat a lot and get pregnant. You're as thin as a stick. Come and buy me a carp for good luck. Your mother loves to eat your fish the most. Then look back and forth and finally choose one around 7 o'clock. It's not good to eat all the bones with a child like this. Take this. She said she automatically pick up the biggest, about 2 pounds. Beat and do this. Water panic. WHY did you marry this? I told my son that we have 2 mothers who don't eat them all. If you can't eat enough, what will you worry about tomorrow? Grandma Mai. Quick to clean. We'll cut off the smiling wrap. Maybe 150. You can take 102. They don't want to double down too much. She clicked her tongue and gave her the money. Then go to the vegetable shop to buy things to cook sour soup. I bought 10 more pieces of meat and just ran out of money. When she saw that she had bought enough, she returned home. He just walked out of the market gate to the main road. Was hit by a motorcycle from behind. He fell on his back to the ground and dragged for 2 meters. 2 million in his pocket. Driver named Choey Choey, head dyed red. I see. Go down and grab the money. This girl is in pain, but also live and die trying to keep it. The guy punched him in the face screaming, "Let go or I'll kill you." He took a knife and cut straight into Tai Shui. You need to release your hand immediately. This guy got the money, got in the car and ran away so fast that no one could stop it. Robber, help me. The water screamed helplessly, tears pouring down like rain. Please, consider it as a replacement. The bandits are very active now. Does it hurt anywhere? Its head, bowed its face, I asked Han for a while. Pull off my work. Suddenly, the dark clouds from where they came to the rain quickly poured down. That's the weather here. The rain has suddenly come back. The water looked up at the sky and saw the gray sky. You cry louder. Mom, I miss you so much. The road is still busy. No one noticed. This little girl is crying in the rain, soaking wet clothes. You cry like you've never cried before. You are powerless before life. Want to get out without knowing where to start? You're afraid of the tongue. You're afraid of everything. The water just punched me in the chest, crying forever. After seeing the raindrops falling on his head, up. Next door, a man standing tall holding an umbrella for her. Are you okay? Your knees are bleeding. I took you to the clinic to have Cho checked. She looked tired at him. Thank me not, Sal. She stood up carrying food. Tired step by step home. This person looks a little confused. He hurriedly drove closer. Where am I waiting for your house? I don't need to go myself. Don't be afraid to come up. I told you I didn't need to be deaf. The girl was in a bad mood. Hurry to stop. Go slowly, follow precautions. She thinks vicious. When I saw this girl coming into the house, he just turned the car around. I just walked in and heard Mrs. I don't know where it died. I haven't seen my face since morning. You see. Is there a house where my daughter-in-law is as happy as this one? The woman next to me came in. Recognition. But why is she so restless? My daughter-in-law has been married for 5 months and is pregnant. You're the one. Mrs. Lee also had fun. Now they're lying around. Emergency birth control pills and smoking. So much sterility. Let's see how you do it. Money has to be paid carefully. The next day I saw him to die with it. Have sex with the village chief's son. They used to love each other. Years here without anyone knowing. That guy goes to export labor. Your son just jumped in. She is sorry. Long in the past, it was like eating a drug charm. It's or why. I can't listen to enough advice. It's light now. I am lucky to have the boy he loves. Give me everything. My salary is managed by me. The two of them whispered. Especially if you are so happy. There is a monthly meeting of 10 million up to people. 4 feet. Every foot of profit is 2 million a month. We've signed up for be a happy grandmother. Join me. Let me join me for 3. This is a lot better than going to the bank. Stupid mothers just started sending interest. People are as far-sighted as we are. Just touch it anywhere. That's more money. All 3 of them clapped and laughed. Come in now. She looked as wet as a rat peeling off her tattered pants. Curly hair. Mrs. Hand spoke up. You were made. I was hit by people. She screeched. Keep your eyes on the sky. Go shopping all year round. You just left 1 day ago. Get dressed and cook. There is no rice to eat in the afternoon. Mom, go now. Waiting for you to go away, a woman pouting. Look at how stupid it is. I don't see why. Mrs. Han is depressed. I'm even tired of you. So these 3 women talk about everything. In the sky and the earth. Sore lobes disintegrate bones, but still in the kitchen cooking. It was finally done an hour later. Large calling lobes. I invite you and your mother to dinner. At this point, they stood up and went to the garden to get chili peppers with raw peppers, Mom. They bought it earlier and gave me a few more. Granny happiest voice. Chili house husband to clean this chili they brewed for fresh. Why are you so stupid? You have to ask. Lip tight and go out into the garden. People, they eat fun. There was not a single fruit outside the garden. She spat some lettuce out of the well-washed and risked going to the neighbor's house. When you come in, they're almost done eating. She took the peppers for an hour. The water did not answer. You sit down to eat and finish. The fish only has a tail. They ate all the good stuff. After eating a few pieces, Mrs. Into the fridge. Bring the fruit. Give the girls dessert. Mrs. Ho hurried to stop. Let him eat the rice that he has avoided eating. Ms. Han explained. No, that's what my house used to be. There's got to be order. Get up and do it to let go of chopsticks. Do not resist. So this is all done. By the time I sat at the table, the rice was cold. That afternoon, she went shopping with 2 friends to the supermarket, and the water is sloping out into the vegetable garden. And prepare for dinner. Your daily routine is full of nameless things. But you can't always rest your hands and feet. It was 8 o'clock in the evening. But the water did not see the shadow of a She bravely calls her husband. But all subscribers could not be contacted. This girl is waiting by the rice plate. Long time looking out. It took more than 9 hours for the door to open. Little boy cheering. Granny, the food is delicious. I'll take you to dinner tomorrow. Be nice and wait a little longer to eat. 3 of them laughed and walked into the house happily. Mom, come in to eat. I ate it and you're stupid. And now I'm waiting, I don't know, to eat. My daughter and granddaughter went upstairs. Long dropped his bag in the chair and looked at his wife. I'll take a shower. She said she likes to change and eat. I'm afraid you're not used to it. They bite their teeth so they don't shed tears. She ate alone and then started working again. It's over 11 hours. Upon entering the room, Long pressed the phone, laughing alone. You're texting someone. Go to sleep. He's done. I'll text my partner. Turn your body in the opposite direction of the water. Now the wounds in the morning are very painful. She hugged her pillow tight. Uncontrollable tears fell unconsciously. Here Long's whimpering stop hands turned up. Why are you crying? I was hit by someone and now it hurts. Long hugging wife comforting. Close your eyes and go to sleep. Don't think about it. It's over tomorrow. I'm on a business trip tomorrow, and I won't be back for 2 days. If you stay at home, I will buy a gift for you. She was so used to the sight of her husband. Go back a few days. Maybe he hasn't touched you for a month. Each. When you take the initiative, this person pushes you out for fatigue. You gradually become insensitive. Go to bed one by one. Long rang the phone and you fell asleep. Woke up early the next morning. Arrange clothes for husband and wife. You just opened it in the closet. There are 3 condoms that are brand new. You can just throw it on the ground in front of your husband. Tell me what this is. A little startled, but quickly hugged his wife, whispering, maybe someone was teasing you and put it in. You broke my face. There is no time for girls to fuck. Don't you ever think. Get clothes for me. I told my mother an hour ago. The water is like being dragged down into the abyss. You have no faith in this life. But you don't have a choice. No money, no family. There is no stable job. Even her mother's house is a relative's shelter. When you get married, they took the water and Ram made a mistake alone. They're not to protest or claim rights. She packed her husband's things. Go to your room and ask if your husband has. Do you need anything else? Then I heard my mother whisper, she's pregnant. I took him to the doctor for 4 months. But now insist on coming back here. How can I do it? Mrs. Han said quietly, just bring it back. My kids can't stay out. The water. I'm afraid she'd be shocked. We've never talked about this before. You don't have to worry about getting him out of the house. If you want to stay, You have to eat sweet. Do you keep the word toxic girl as your grandmother? Long hurried to stop her. If we don't have love, we have meaning. She has no place to go now. I kicked her out of the house. My eyes are all blurry. She pushed the door and walked in frantically screaming. How long are you going to trick me? In your eyes, I've lost an animal. I serve so much that it's not enough or sow. She painfully gripped her husband's collar. When you knew me, what you promised me. You said you'll always love me and take care of me. You promised you'll give me a home later. Tell me who is who. Stammered Hart. You were fooled by her. I was drunk that day. I can't control it, so this happens. And now she's pregnant. The innocent child can't leave. I can't give birth anyway. Just close your eyes. Let's go through the day. Han is also sweet. I don't hate cows either. I made 10 cows to pick up the baby. He'll have to call me Mom later. Mom, please stop making noise and open your heart. Later, I gave them 2 houses on the road. Tell each other to do business. Please bear with me a little. Let go of 2 hands. She hovered back to her room and lay face down on her pillow. She still thinks that one day her husband will have his own child. But today in this situation, you are powerless to do it. You feel like you've turned your back on everything, no matter how much you try to do it wholeheartedly. People still see you as non-existent. You've never seen yourself as useless. Lost as it is now. Long came in to see his wife suffering from knee-deep tears. He also went into the water begging. Baby, don't think about it. This house is still mine. I don't have to go anywhere. You just need a child. I don't like that girl either. Waiting for her to give birth. Give her some money and send her away. Let's raise our children together. I love you this time. When Long came here, the phone rang. He quickly picked up the phone. It's not morning yet. Do you feel any pain? Waiting for you to go to the clinic. There was a snarl at the top of the line. I feel the wrong stomach pain. You always come by. It sounds like the sound of lightning. It runs a circuit. In fact, this girl is 10 kilometers away, having a drink with a partner. Long was defeated by her, with skillful bed technique, sweet words of flattering. Make him forget all the way home. We come here and grab each other. Too many excuses to be busy at work. But it's actually stationed at my girlfriend's house, she said sweetly. He would never interfere in Long's life. But more and more, the more she shows possessive greed. Since becoming pregnant, Long has been forced to leave his wife. The mood is hanging from a tree. Happy to show up. So it won't be as hard on you as it always is. In the afternoon when she's sitting on the windowsill, a boy takes a girl in a miniskirt. Red lipstick ends hair dyed half yellow, half red. She quickly smiles. Hi, Uncle. I love you, Long. Today I had the opportunity to say hello to you. I have a gift for you to eat healthy. She put a box of bird's nest in her hand. A frozen new deposit. Buy whatever you like. I'm afraid to buy something that doesn't fit you. She laughed and couldn't close her mouth. This girl is so polite, she can call her mother far away. Your name tomorrow doesn't talk. Tomorrow smiles shyly. Mom, I was worried at first. It feels so warm to see your mother. I am so kind and gentle to you that I do not blame you. Mrs. Han holds hands tomorrow. Then the ultrasound doctor said, "What?" "My son, the baby is growing well." She laughed out her mouth. "You are so poor that the dragon kept it hidden. I just told you today. Or I'll pick you up for a long time." Tomorrow tried to shed tears. "Thank you, Mom." "All right, go home and rest. Stay well all day and you are tired." She didn't pour me a glass of water. She's upstairs listening to my mother. She rushed down. I saw this girl stop. "Mother, this is." "This is Long's wife tomorrow. She's pregnant. So I take good care of you. Tomorrow I will hold your arm. You are better than my mother. My mother died early, so I lack love. From now on, I consider you my own flesh and blood." Han stroked her hair, laughing. "Dear mother, don't cry. She just talked to me tomorrow. Take her out of the chair and talk about everything." "Sister, I went to the market to buy some oranges. She heard her daughter-in-law say that, 'Hurry up and ask the water to buy it.' She was warm to the neck but didn't know how to do it. I just bought an orange and I'll frown tomorrow, as children crave watermelon. You have to go out and buy it." When I came back, I saw Long sitting on his arm tomorrow. "That your heart is throbbing." She tells all sorts of stories in heaven and earth. I saw Long's wife stand up. "Take a break to let me." Tomorrow staring at the woman. With bloodthirsty eyes. She came close to her mother-in-law. "Your mother seems to hate you very much. It's been all tangerine. I'm afraid if there's a problem here, I'll die. Or you come home and sometimes you visit me," she deliberately said loudly. "I'm pregnant. You don't have to worry about anything. If you can't speak, you have to be quiet." Silly mother kicked out. "Silently go into the kitchen to cook. You're exhausted now and you don't want any more." Long peeled melon brought out the table tomorrow bland. "Take it and eat it yourself, and tomorrow I'll go to work. He doesn't love me." Mrs. Han hurriedly shouted. "Your wife is the most important. What is not done? It's easy to be a pregnant woman." Long sits next to. Cut a piece of watermelon and put it in her mouth for this girl. At that time, I also went home. "Tomorrow, why are you here?" Mrs. Han hurriedly arranged. "I used to call her Tomorrow. She's pregnant with Long's baby." Happy and laughing. "That's your meal. You keep hiding me in the dark and fast. I can't believe we will one day be a family again." I looked at them and tears kept coming. Such a happy family. "And you're just a leftover, no more, no less." I said, "Come out here." The water slowly stepped back. "I'm going to go to the storage room and sleep there. My sister's room with Long, let her sleep tomorrow. If he's tired, he knows." Tomorrow rubbed into Long as if to provoke too. She didn't answer but went quietly to pack her bags. Storage room right next to her husband's room. All night listening to the noise. With moaning key or girl sex with her husband. It hurts like Sal. You want to die with him. But not brave enough. You have nothing in your hand. I want to leave with no place to go. To fake deaf mute in this very house. She suffered so much that whenever she later remembered, you still feel like the stupidest person in the world. She closed her ears all night so she wouldn't have to listen. Sounds. You keep waking up white. I can't sleep. It wasn't until late in the morning that she fell asleep. When I woke up, the clock was 8 in the morning. She got up, but her head hurt like a hammer. When you go downstairs, you can't see the shadow. Locked. They went to the kitchen, but nothing could be eaten. She decided that she would go to work today. This is a free hotel. You thought a lot last night. You will apply for a job. When you have money, go out immediately. Not to be bothered by these people anymore. Today is Sunday, so they're probably out for breakfast. Water washed the whole pot of clothes. Then I saw them coming back. Long, take the bag of noodles and give it to you for breakfast. You sleep so well tomorrow and you wake up. Mr. Long also had to buy breakfast to bring to his mouth. Mrs. Han dragged tomorrow's hand into the house. Sit for cool. The sun is not good for your health. The water took the bag of noodles into the house and poured out a bowl of delicious food. Please allow me. I'll apply to work for the company tomorrow. She is silly. Who does the housework? Get up early and clean up after cooking. Hurry in tomorrow. Let her go to work, Mom. Let her have some peace of mind. You have to go out and value money, right? She thought money was a mustard leaf. She listened to her daughter-in-law and she nodded. It's up to you, but do all the housework. Let me see how many days you can do. I chewed the apple and continued. The company is laying off employees. She doesn't have a degree in experience. Sure, people have received it. The water did not respond. She went out to buy a set of records or records. Save money to buy new clothes. You're going to the industrial park tomorrow to apply. All day the crew prepared the full file. You keep looking and laughing. So I finally got to go to work. Tried to be humiliated for another month. Wage to move out. They will come back tomorrow. No one cares about you anymore. But it's also good to have less shortness of breath than before. The next morning, she again cycled into the industrial park. If you see any companies that are hiring you, please. But life is not a dream. Everywhere requires experience. If you have never been to work, you shake your head. To the last company that specializes in leather shoes, please try it. She trembled and walked in with the file. The interviewer sat her down and asked, "You have experience in sewing, or you can make shoes." Hydraulic I have not. But please give me a chance, I'll give it my all. I'm learning slowly. I promise I'll keep up. The guy shook his head. That's not okay. We don't have time to retrain now. I hope you understand. Water straw tears. Or you teach me one day I will definitely keep up. The other is still shaking hands. Sorry, this is the company policy. She wiped her tears and held the file silently. Just turn around. VA must be a man. He's like that. Are you going to apply for a job? Take a good look at this guy. Please take a position. I'm out. Look at her sad face. This person took the file and looked at the background. Then tell the interviewer, let her be my secretary. I am currently looking for a secretary. Mr. Director. This is Tuan. He's 30 years old and he's single. This man came from poverty in the orphanage. But with his talent, he rose to this position. Round eyes. You hired me so you can never do it. Smiling Tuan. You start working now and pay from today. Follow me. She's smiling, wiggling her hair. I don't know why I saw her smile. Tuan also saw in his heart. He led her into his office and instructed her. Now sitting at the table. AI brings the paperwork in and rearranges my report. Write everything down in the morning. Afternoon and help me with my coffee. That's the job. I'm glad to thank you. She didn't ask how much salary. How much do you pay me for scratching your head? He laughed to see how she was doing. So that's the first day. Your work goes by so fast. You don't have to do much. The Kier are extremely busy. He's constantly typing on his computer and answering the phone. They have no job, so they just sit there. A moment later, the man spoke softly. Give me a cup of coffee. There's milk in the cupboard. Take your favorite juice and drink it. Remember the coffee with some sugar. The water through the corner keeps wandering. I don't know how to make coffee. Every time they pack it, pour it into a glass of water. This is drunk coffee, so you don't know how to do it. There is no way to stand up forever. When he arrived, he saw that she had poured into the glass. This man could not help but cry out in a hurry. Watch me make this next time. He rolled up his sleeves and quickly spun. Just doing the water. Look at him gently without blame. You feel so guilty. Do you remember how to do it? I remember taking a bottle of water and giving it to you. Drink. She reluctantly took the bottle of water to the table. Do you know how to type text? I know you can't type fast. No, please help me with this. Slow down. Water receiving documents. She sat happily at the computer and started typing. The feeling of always being busy is refreshing. You're drunk and you forget all about work until you have to remind. The first day of work was hard. Let's go back to work tomorrow. If you're here, I don't have the money to pay you a raise. Then I'll go back before I leave. I'll be back soon too. Please nod your head. This girl is happy to ride her bike and sing about it. It's been so many years, you've never been as happy as you are today. You cook and clean. So day by day, you don't care about sarcasm anymore. From her husband's family. I just want to get to work early in the morning. In the company, you feel that you are living a true life. Problems that the director did not understand, only she wise to listen once to understand. This Sunday, Mrs. Han. Let's go out tomorrow and buy baby clothes. I heard them talking last night. Go shopping on the street and take a walk. Long because the company has urgent work, so cannot go. Today is a comfortable day off. She put some yogurt on her face. Lately, she's been paying attention to dressing for the better. He was lying in a chair and walked in. She startled me. I told you to go to work and you came home. Long look at his wife. I had a chance to look at my wife today. Lately, she's been dressing up and taking care of herself. I don't care or be jealous. It made Long more upset, so you borrow an excuse to take the space to warm up the couple's feelings. Admittedly uneasy these days. Your wife is beautiful every day. Ra makes Long worry ecstatic. Wash your face and talk quietly. So stay home. I'll clean it up and I'll go out and buy some stuff. Suddenly, Long pulled his wife into his lap. Too hard for you. You quickly push this person out. Let go. Don't touch me. The man there was stunned. I don't think she's going to change. See, he's mad. hastily holding his wife pressed down on the sofa. Chrysanthemum. I thought of someone, right? You should remember you're my wife. Forever just my own wife. You're not allowed to think about anyone else, or you'll end up with a bad ending. He devours and breasts. Mouth frantically kissing, lips creeping down her neck. And push this guy out. You have a wife and kids. You and I are only in name. Get out. I'm getting a divorce. The more crazy Long gripped her down. The other hand pulls off your pants. Tears like rain. Please forgive me. I don't want anything to do with you. The other shouted. I am your husband. Do you want to be raped today? Even if you think I can do it. Water grinding, teeth grinding. You've lost to the animals I despise, wearing wife to bark. Kier is still powerful without hesitation, but push into the unknown. The water screamed for resistance. Your strength is too weak to escape. People are working fast and hard, as if to torture you. Hands kneading the breast to distort. He just gritted his teeth. Remember, you are my wife. Hydraulic powerless to let go. Let the Kia torment. He's been starving for days, so today I'm excited. Recognize the mysterious place of water. It's not as tight as tomorrow's. It's driving him crazy endlessly. It's been a long time since I felt the sensation. Stealing with his own wife. I like it so much. He gets bored of this position and turns his wife upside down. Push again. Just doing it and moaning. The water is disgusting. The man you used to love so much. He's boring. When the murky water flows out, it stops. He breathlessly lay down on his body. Water poking face into two breasts. Admittedly made with wife likes real. Let's go to the hotel tonight. I looked at him with indignation. You push people. But this guy still won't let go. He bent over and carried his wife into the bathroom. Body mist all over the body. This is the first time he's done that to you. If you would have gone crazy before. But now she's disgusted and disgusted. This person hugged her tightly in a whisper. Be good and I will give you whatever you want. I don't touch her anymore. Can you do it alone every day? Sigh helplessly. Have I changed my clothes? I saw her walk away. Long hurriedly heels his shocked wife to the room. Let me go. What are you doing? I haven't held my wife like this in a long time. Into Long S room, quickly put her down on the bed. He dressed up and was cold. Get out of here. This room is a storage room. You get your feet dirty. Don't be angry. You're wrong. From now on you help me work so I don't have to work anymore. Where is Long? Tomorrow morning squeezed garlic bomb under the house. It's like doing a bad job. He hurried down. Tomorrow picked up the clothes on the sofa in tears. I tricked you into going to work to fuck her. I promised you I wouldn't touch her again. You're a jerk. I'm leaving right now.